It is 1746 on Saturday, July the 4th. Merry USA Day. Independence Day. Happy Independence Day to all the American people. I'm assuming no one's watching this. But anyway, it is July 4th. And I think this is episode 81. So the big 81. And of course, we are back for yet another mac and cheese taste test. And we are back to the Matheson Food Company. And tonight we are doing the original mac and cheese. The very bright orange mac and cheese, sort of bright orange, not really bright orange, but, and here it is. It is more orange than the other ones that I've had. So it does look good. Now, as always, as the pasta was cooking, was boiling, I opened up the cheese packet and I smelled it, and I didn't remember the smell. I've already eaten this. I had this like, I don't know, 2 weeks ago or a week or something like that for the first time ever. And I mean, I did like it. It tasted good. It was good mac and cheese, but the smell, I wasn't super into the smell. I was like, wait a minute. It's not that it smells bad. It's just, I don't know. So I'm just wondering, like, I'm assuming this might be my least favorite flavor, purely based on the smell. I mean, it has to be based on the smell because all the pastas are the same. And I'm assuming the smell and the taste will sort of melt together. It's not going to be like a big shock, like this smells really good. Oh, it tastes horrible. No, that doesn't usually happen. However, I'm going to eat it. I'm going to enjoy it, that's for sure. I'm very hungry, but this might be my least favorite. So that's going to be the interesting plot point of the episode. Okay, so, and that's going to be the only interesting thing about the episode. Not really. All right, so I got my stuff. Now it's time to dish it out. This is everyone's favorite part of the video. I did go to the grocery store today. I got some new milk, so I'm definitely enjoying using my milk. I just opened up a new carton. As I was making this, because I have to put milk inside here. So I opened up a new carton. I got to use it. Best before date is August 1st, almost a month away. And there was no milk on the bottom of any of the cartons. So I'm assuming we are home free and we are through with the horror of leaking milk cartons. That's the first time that's ever happened to me at that grocery store with the cartons. I stopped, in Canada, I've already talked about this. We also have bags of milk. So you get like 3 bags of milk in a bigger bag. And I think that equals 4 liters. And that's what I used to get my entire life. And then I kept encountering these problems where the milk would be leaking out of the bag. And I'd go to drink it and it would smell like it was rotten. And I just kept having these bad experiences. I mean, they didn't happen super often, but they happened enough that it made me stop. I was like, screw this, I'm done with the bags of milk. Let's just go to cartons. And so I went to the cartons, never had a problem until 2 weeks ago when I came home with one that was leaking. So obviously some sort of defect, but I feel like my success rate with the cartons is higher than the bagged milk. So Canada might be unique in that it uses bagged milk, but I'm not sold on the bagged milk anymore. I'm off the bagged milk train. Because I think it's less reliable than the cartoned milk. So, it looks amazing. It looks really good. It does smell good. It's just, I don't know. I'm just trying to rank it. And so that's what I'm going on about. I'm trying to rank it. And so when I said I wasn't sold on the smell, it was like in terms of how it acts in my ranking. So we'll put it in for 30 seconds. We'll grab the box, we'll bring it over. Oh, I guess I have to turn off my fan. Yeah, I was thinking about turning off my fan. I think I'll do that actually. so that I don't have to tape the box onto the box. Let's check out what we're listening to. What a good song. So catchy. That is Permanent Psychosis from January of 2024. All right, there you have it. Oh yeah, oh yeah. I know exactly the perfect time to cook it. I cooked the pasta for 8 minutes and it turns out perfect every time. And well, I guess I haven't tested it yet. So maybe I'm a little premature on my self-appraisal, self-praise. Okay, so I have a couple things to say. I mean, I'll probably say, yeah, okay, never mind. I will say something off the top, though. I mentioned that I made a purchase the other day, or yesterday, I made a purchase for a food bag, a food delivery bag that I was going to take with me when I venture out into town to get my 4 pizzas and 3 burgers. And so last night, I got a little angry. And the reason for that is because, you know, it's been really hot over the last few days, and yesterday, or well, today, the heat was supposed to get some relief from the heat. And then so last night, it was really hot again yesterday. And so I was looking, I keep looking at the forecast. And the forecast for today said it was going to be over 30 degrees again. It was supposed to be like 24. And so I was just like, I was really mad yesterday because like I've been sweating my balls off and I hate it. I hate this weather so much. And by the way, I've been complaining about my arm driving me crazy over the last few days. And it sort of dawned on me, hey, does like really hot weather and humidity, does that aggravate inflammatory arthritis, like rheumatoid arthritis, which is what I have? So I Google it, and apparently it can. So I'm assuming that's what was happening, because it's not like I was using my arm in a certain way that would make it hurt. This was just resting pain that was driving me crazy. And today it hasn't been bad, and today it hasn't been as hot. Anyway, I got really mad yesterday, and I sort of went off on a tangent here. I should start eating, by the way, because I didn't really plan this part of the story to be very long. Yet here we are. So that looks really good. Oh yeah. Cooked perfectly. I am a genius, a master chef. But yeah, last night it tasted really good too, by the way. Yeah, I got really mad yesterday because I looked at the forecast and it was going to be hot again today. It said it was going to be over 30 degrees Celsius. And so I was real pissed off. And I just straight up like broke the thermometer that I've been showing on the video. And then I'm like, oh shit. So then I ended up going on Amazon and I bought a new one. And I got a digital one. So here it is. Here's my new digital thermometer. So what is that, 62? 63% humidity up top here. You can see there's a little frowny face there because it says wet as well. So it's a little wet out, the humidity. And then it's 28.9 Celsius down here. And if I just press this button, it'll switch to Fahrenheit. So that's really cool. So it's 84, is that what it is? Yeah, 84. I mean, it is still, come on. Yeah, it is still hot. Don't get me wrong. However, it's definitely not as bad as it was yesterday. And not only that, but today, it ended up being, it was hotter and humider, humider and more humid in the morning. It's still kind of humid out, but yeah, I had my fan. I was sitting in my chair, and it was actually sort of nice, and I wasn't sweating like crazy, which was really good. And then tomorrow, the humidity, yeah, so over the next couple of days, humidity is going to sort of go away, and it's going to be fresher. So I'm really happy about that. So I'm going to show you the food delivery bag I got as well. I'll show it to you after I finish this. But I'm really happy with this thermometer, indoor thermometer. I guess I'll just leave it right here, even though it's glared. Yeah, there's a glare. There you go. That's better. I think you can even read the numbers. That's funny. I don't know why the humidity is higher, is like a bigger font than the actual temperature. What? Whatever. Yeah, this does taste better than it smells. It was the cheese packet that, I don't know, I encountered the similar thing with the first flavor that I tried. What was it? It was the creamy sharp ched. There was a smell in there that I wasn't sold on. It tasted good, but there's something with the Matheson Food Company, with their recipes there. The one from yesterday was amazing though. The smoky, creamy smoky cheddar or something. I think that one's definitely going to be my favorite. I added the perfect amount of milk in for this time, so. Yeah, this is really good. So now I just have this thermometer on my desk over there, and I can just look at it throughout the day. It was very cheap as well. I think it was only like $15 or $17 or something like that. Very cheap. Yeah, so this is really good. I don't know where I'm going to rank it. I know what is number one. I mean, this is only the third one that I've tried out of 4, but I already know what the rankings are. I don't know if it's the finalized rankings, but so top spot was the one I had yesterday, the smoky cheddar one. The cheese packet smelled like smoky jalapeno cheddar chips. I still don't know. I should have done some research. I should have Googled that, seen it. Maybe I'll do that right now. I'll see if that's an actual flavor, because it reminded me of something that I've eaten in my life, like once before. Smoky jalapeno cheddar chips. Does anything come up? Okay, so there's a Lay's cheddar jalapeno. And I guess that's probably it. I don't know. Which other one would I have tried? Probably just the Lay's, I guess. I don't know. Maybe I'm just like imagining it. It smelled so familiar though. That cheese packet. Oh man, this is really good. So I only have one left after this. It's the cracked pep, the Parmesan white cheddar one, which is really good. I think that's going to be number 2. So the one from yesterday, the smoky one, that's number 1. That tasted incredible. And I think number 2 is going to be cracked pep. And then number 3 and number 4, I can't decide between the original and the sharp cheddar. They're quite similar, not necessarily in the taste, but in how I want to rank the tastes. They sort of do the same thing for me. They're very good. All 4 of them are very good. Yeah, so I went to the grocery store today. I didn't buy any mac and cheese. I don't know what was wrong with me today. Something wrong with me. I said I was going to buy some, but I didn't. But that's not a big deal because I feel like I need a slight break over the next few days because I'm going to be eating my cakes, and then I'm going to be going into town. And so when I go into town, I'll grab some more mac and cheese, and then I'll have the burgers and pizza for a couple days, and then I'll go back to the mac and cheese after that. So I'll just, because I've been eating it for 8 days in a row now. Plus, I had it 8 days in a row before, when I started the whole mac and cheese taste test. Now, I had 8 days in a row of mac and cheese. Then I was done that first version of the taste test, and I forget how many days I had other stuff. It was probably a week, maybe less than a week. And then I went back to the mac and cheese. So, not that I mind. I'm still enjoying myself. But it'll be good to have a break. Then I can pick up again. So I'm gonna go back to the grocery store, and I'm gonna find some more mac and cheeses to eat. It might be ones I've already had before, or they might be new ones, I don't know. But it's always nice to eat them. So good. I had a hiccup coming on, so I had to brace myself. Oh man. Well, another outstanding addition to the Matheson Food Company mac and cheese repertoire. Every one of them I've had has been amazing. Yeah, so they have 4 different kinds. I've eaten 4 different. I've had them all because I had this before, and tomorrow's cracked pep I've already had as well. So I've had all of them. So which is another reason why I think I have the ranking all sorted out. But I'll wait until tomorrow to give my final ranking. I'll bring the boxes over. I'll arrange them, and then I'll whip them off my table like a cool guy. So, which brings us to the dessert portion of our video, which I haven't really talked about yet. So there's a bit of a story here involved. So I'm just wondering, yeah, I'll say the story first before I bring the cake out. So I am having cake, don't worry. Obviously I'm having cake. So today I went to the grocery store and I was trying to hunt down a couple cakes. I was trying to hunt down 3 different cakes actually. And some bad news actually. First of all, I've got to turn my fan on still. Now make a note of what the temperature is, because the fan turning on might affect the temperature. Because I don't want to start sweating. There goes the box. I'm just going to rotate the fan a little closer to me. All right, there you have it. So let's check out what the temperature is. 28.9. Oh, so it did hit 29. So another cool thing about this is it has the highs and the lows. So I guess it's just like what's the lowest it ever calculated, what's the highest it ever calculated. It does it for the temperature and for the humidity. So that's pretty cool. And you can also, there's a button on the back here that can toggle between Fahrenheit and Celsius. And if I hold it for specific, I guess it just went up again. If I hold it for a specific amount of time, then it will clear the highs and lows. So that's pretty cool as well. Anyway, so I went to the grocery store today and I was trying to hunt down some cakes. And once you know it, the cakes I was after were not there. So already I'm in a bind because I was after 3 and they didn't have any of them. So what am I going to do? So I looked through every single cake. I didn't see them. So I asked the lady behind the counter there if she had any frozen La Roca cakes in the back. Before that, I inquired about a couple other cakes. I asked her about the Longo's chocolate cream cake, and because I was curious what it was like inside. She sort of pointed to what it was like inside, and I don't know, I wasn't very intrigued on that. I also asked about cheesecakes. Apparently the only cheesecakes that were there, they had a whole bunch of fruit on the top, and it also had like a pie crust on the side. I don't know, I've seen those cakes before, I've never had them, but I don't know, I wasn't interested in them either, at least at the time. You know me, I'm a chocolate guy, I'm a chocoholic. So there was no chocolate on those. But in the future, maybe I should try those because I love fruit. So that would probably taste pretty good. Fruit and cheesecake sounds like a good idea to me. But I wasn't sold on that. So I asked the girl if she had any frozen La Roca cakes in the back. Obviously, because last time I went into town and I got a cake, what cake did I get? I got the La Roca chocolate truffle mousse cake. I learned from the other girl that was working there that La Roca gives them frozen cakes. And then at the grocery store, they bring them out into the display area after they've been defrosted or to defrost. And so that's when I'm like, oh, okay, so maybe if I ask if they have any frozen cakes in the back, maybe they might have some. So I asked the lady that, and she asked which ones I was after. I told her I'm after, the Oreo cheesecake, the banana chocolate cake, and the cookie dough cake. And so she goes in the back. Eventually she comes back out, and she didn't have any of them. However, she did have a cake, and she brings it up, and she opens the box, and once you know it, it's the brownie chocolate cheesecake. And it was frozen. So it was the frozen brownie chocolate cheesecake. And I told her, that's my favorite cake. But I've literally eaten that cake 4 separate times on this video series already. I've had 3 of the smaller 6-inch diameter cakes, version of that cake. And I've had 1 of the 8-inch diameter version of the cake, which was the one that she was showing me. However, I realized that this is the frozen version of the cake, so I could just bring it home, stick it in the freezer, and I'll just take it out when I want to eat it. So I got that cake. I did buy that cake. However, I was still stuck without a new cake to eat immediately. And so then I just decided, okay, I'm just going to get the Longo's black and white chocolate truffle cake that I had like a few days ago because it was amazing. So I'll just get that. And I also got a tray of brownies, the Longo's brownies, my favorite brownies, because the best before date was the 11th, July 11th, which was like over a week or like a week from now. So that's what I decided. So I go to the cashier, start putting my stuff on the conveyor belt, and then I'm starting to have, and as I'm doing this, I'm starting to have buyer's remorse, even though I haven't paid for anything yet. I'm starting to get second thoughts. I'm like thinking to myself, like, what am I doing? I've already eaten all of these cakes and the brownies. I've already eaten them multiple videos. What am I doing? And so then I decide, okay, I have to get a new cake. I'm gonna put the black and white cake back, and I'm gonna put the brownies back, and I'm gonna get a new cake. So I finish paying for all the stuff except for the cake and the brownies, and then I go back, and I decide that I'm going to. So a couple of they had options, but there was nothing chocolatey there, and that's what I focus on. I focus on the chocolate. So one of the things that caught my eye was this strawberry blueberry mascarpone or something cake by La Roca. I don't think I've ever. I went on their website when I got home, and it's not even on their website. So I don't know. Maybe it's a new cake. I love blueberries. I like strawberries as well, but like it's a vanilla type of cake with some fruit in it. So that's something I can think about in the future. I didn't buy that one. However, there was this other cake that I ended up buying, which I think was the point where I was going to show you what I bought. So I should have planned this out better. So there's a bit of a cliffhanger here. I'll show you what I bought. Okay, I have to move this over. You know, it hasn't really got cooler, even though the fan's on. So I'll leave it like that, as is. So I have to bring the cake out. I'm gonna wait to rinse my dish there. Yeah, so what do I need? I need stuff. I need my plate, obviously. I need my cutlery. I need the spatula, and I need the big knife. And then obviously I need the cake. Okay, I mean, you can still see it. Okay, it's right in the corner there. That's funny. All right, so here's my plate right there. My cutlery and the spatula is right there. I'll have to put the cake right here. So what do I need? I think I also need I guess I'll get my cutting board. Yeah, that's what I used to do, right? I used to bring my cutting board over. I haven't used my cutting board in quite a while. What did I used to use it for? What did I use my cutting board for? I don't. Oh, to cut up my chicken. Yeah, because I haven't been eating chicken anymore because it's too labor intensive. Okay, so there's that. Now I'll bring the cake out. Yeah, I mean, I'm looking at it right now. I still have half of the chocolate truffle cake that I ate yesterday. I still have the half that I didn't eat yesterday. However, that's still good for a few days. So I'm going to try this cake first. So I got one of the big ones, one of the big 8-inch diameter cakes. Okay, so let's do this. Okay. All right, so let's bring this out. Hopefully the box doesn't fall over. All right, so here we go. This is what I bought. This is the first cake I bought that has this. Apparently this is called a cake collar. I did some research before. I guess it's to form the cake better. So yeah, this apparently is a Boston cream cake. So it's like a vanilla cake, and then it has Boston cream, and I guess this is, I don't know what this is, other cream, but apparently there's like 2 different kinds of cream here. And then there's a chocolate fudge on the top. And so I decided, you know what, let's just try this and see how she tastes. So that's what I'm going to do. Now, I've never dealt with these collars before, so I don't know what to do. Like, do I have to put it back on? Or can I just, like, throw it in the garbage? So apparently it's taped. I think I can throw it in the garbage. It looks like it's going to stay formed. I really want to lick all of this stuff off of it. Like, seriously. Huh. You can't see, but I'm licking it. I'm going to just have to throw it away, I guess. Okay. What the heck, man? I have to put this somewhere. Okay, it's on the counter. How about that? So, I mean, I do love the Boston cream donuts that I get at Tim Hortons. I ate one of those in one of the videos. So, I'm assuming I'm going to like it. Unfortunately, there's not much chocolate in this cake. But whatever. It'll be nice to try something new. And we'll see. I made a really good cut there, actually. Okay, so let's rotate it even more. Try to make it even. I'm going to try to have a quarter of it. I forget what the weight is on this cake. I'll check in a second. So I don't know if I did a good job or not. Like, I'm assuming it's going to taste good. Because I do like Boston cream. So which is the biggest piece? Honestly, I did a pretty good job cutting it. I'm assuming it's going to be this one. All right, so there you go. Yeah, unfortunately, it's very vanilla on the inside. But what can you do? So hopefully this stays formed and it doesn't sort of fall apart without that collar on it. I guess I'll figure it out tomorrow when I look in the box and see if it's like fallen over or something. That would suck. Oh, I also need a glass of milk. I haven't been drinking milk lately. So I forgot to get my milk. Okay. Yeah, so I'm really looking forward to going into town, getting the burgers and pizza, and I'm going to try and find the cakes that I'm looking for. I'm going to try to come home with another cake. Oh yeah, I'll show you my food delivery bag after I'm done eating. I was going to do it first, but I forgot. Of course, I forgot about all this stuff too. Okay, can I eat now? Like, seriously. All right, so here's your piece of cake. Yeah, it's very, very vanilla, unfortunately. It does have a little bit of chocolate on the top. All right, so can you still see this? You still can. 28.6, I guess it is dropping, the temperature that is. Does taste good. And the chocolate is really good. Oh my God. The chocolate is amazing. I was worried there wasn't going to be enough chocolate, but it's quite chocolatey. Yeah, this tastes really good. Huh. I'm actually kind of surprised. Yeah, so I have the brownie chocolate cheesecake in my special cake container in the freezer. So I almost thought about buying another one so that I could put this in the new one. And I could have both of them in their own container, but I think that's probably a bit much. Tastes really good. That chocolate is really, really good. Yeah, the chocolate keeps falling off my plate. My knife. My fork. Can't speak. Yeah, so there's like a yellowish cream, and then there's a whitish cream. I don't know what they are. Tastes good though. Oh yeah, I was gonna look at the weight. I forgot to look at the weight. I think it's 1.2 kilograms. Pretty sure that's what it is. What am I doing? I didn't mean to do that. Now it's all covered in chocolate. It actually looks pretty cool. So I think I can eat it all. Just a couple more bites. Whew. Well, that was really good. I officially liked it. Got to have some milk as well. Now, the chocolate was very, tastes very good, but it was sort of runny. So I'm a little worried it may have, ruined my teeth slightly. So I really hope it doesn't trigger another attack in my mouth. All right, I did it. I'm just gonna check the weight of the cake. Yeah, it's 1.2 kilograms. Yeah, so that was enjoyable. I was a little worried there because the cake looked very vanilla on the inside. And I've been trying to avoid those types of cakes, but it did taste good. There ended up being more chocolate than I thought there would be, which was nice. The chocolate tasted very good. So it was an enjoyable experience. However, what did I just eat? I ate 300 grams, because 300 times 4 would be 1,200, right? So it's a big piece of cake there. Previous cakes that I ate were, the black and white chocolate mousse cake from Longo's was only 150 grams, and I had half of it. So that's 225. And right now I just ate 300. And the chocolate truffle mousse cake is 475, so just an extra 12 and a half. All right, I don't want to do math right now. So that'd be 37 and a half, right? 237 and a half grams. Anyway, very good showing by both the cake. Unfortunately, I don't have the box, the mac and cheese box, but also the original flavor of the Matheson Food Company. So tomorrow's going to be the finale of the mac and cheese taste test for the Matheson Food Company. I'm going to be having the cracked pep, and I will give my finalized rankings. This is something that I'll have to think about. And oh yeah, I'll show you my delivery bag. Here it is. I still forget what the size is. It's got to be like a cube, 12 by 12 by 12. I'm assuming. It should be perfect for putting four small pizzas in. It's got a zipper for undoing the top. It's got some handles so I can carry it. And it's insulated as well. So I can't wait to use this thing in a week or so. And then I'll stick the pizza on the bottom, pizza boxes on the bottom, and then I'll put the burgers on the top. And then I'll be walking around like a cool dude with my food. Cool dude walking. Okay. So, I'll see you tomorrow.